smiling because he got the pick.
The interception
in practice
king,
today.
the pick six god, going to sit down with us here, DaRon Bland. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're good, man. We got to just get the mic on here. Don't worry, we got you figured out. Hey, you had another interception today.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have another one. I dropped the other one yesterday.
Okay. Well, hey, I was reflecting back on last year, record-setting season, man. I mean, did you do anything to celebrate this offseason after you become a record setter in the NFL?
I mean, not too much. Just hang out with the family. Just get back to the chill mode.
No new purchases?
No. I'm not a big guy on big purchases like that.
So no new car?
No.
You didn't get it. Okay. I got tipped off maybe you got a new car, like a green G-Wagon, but maybe that's not yours. Maybe I got some bad information here, DaRon. Are you a car guy?
I'm starting to a little bit. I mean, I like a little bit of old school, so I want to get one day.
Okay.
Maybe next year around this time?
Maybe.
Something like that. What's the difference in the feeling of getting a game pick and a practice pick? Because it's got to be exciting either way, right?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. But practice, it's what prepares you for the game. So in that game, it's a different moment. It's like a bigger moment. You got the whole crowd, so it's a lot more noise, and you got your teammates. So it's like you got to get that celebration out.
Yeah, I've heard from players. I think Ray Lewis described this one time. But does the noise, does everything, like, you can't even hear? You're having sort of an out of body experience.
When you're playing and you get those moments, you can't hear nothing.
Yeah,
nothing, and like you don't hear it until like the end, or you get to the sideline, pretty much.
Yes. As you're catching your breath from exhaustion, running down for the pick six. That's beautiful. When you pick off Dak in practice, do you let him know about it?
Oh, yeah, we talked about it.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about the trash talk, because I don't know if you heard Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Lions recently called out Jordan Lewis, was like, man, he was talking crazy when we played them. Have you heard J-Lou just going off on guys during the game? I mean, do you talk trash at all?
Me? No, personally, not too much, no, not really, actually, unless somebody says something, but no, not really.
Who's the most likely wide receiver to say something in your experience?
I've guarded almost everybody, and they never said anything really.
Really?
Because they know he's going to cover them if they do.
Yeah, they don't want to
That's the thing about it. You don't want to poke the bear.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
At any point last year, after one of your many touchdowns, did you think, I might be able to get involved in offense? Because your moves are good. Your high point of the ball is good. Obviously, your background is there. What could you do out here?
I always thought I'd get back on offense, because I played in it so much growing up, so I always missed the offensive side, and having that ball in my hands gets me back on the offensive side, so that's enough for me.
Yeah. It was a thing of beauty there with some of those pick sixes. What was your favorite one?
Panthers.
The Panthers were beautiful.
It was a beautiful one.
What about the Thanksgiving situation? Because you end up getting to eat the turkey leg on television, right?
Yeah, it was good though. I didn't expect it to be. It was cold, but I didn't expect it to be that good.
Okay, I was wondering how fresh was it. So it wasn't very fresh, but it was tasty.
It was good though.
Have you had a turkey leg since then?
No, that was actually probably like my first time.
Okay, all right. What's your favorite type of food?
I'll say pasta. Yeah.
Is pasta the pregame meal usually?
Yeah, usually.
What kind of pasta?
I usually try to have that the day before. I like chicken Alfredo.
Okay, chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, something simple.
Do you play on an empty stomach?
No. I gotta have a little bit of something.
Just something light.
Yeah.
But you carb load and you hydrate the day before in an effort for that's a pro tip right there.
Video game guy?
Yeah.
What are you into?
A lot. Call of Duty, 2K. Not too much Madden because I don't know.
What about the new College Football 25 game?
I played the Road to Glory. Yeah.
You're into it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask you about your recruiting story. Like Brian and I would cover the draft, and you've probably been asked about this a lot. But it's like, how in the world did teams not offer you like D1 schools in your area?
I only had Sac State. That was it. Was the D1 AA.
It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Up,
yeah, there's a lot of teams in the Pac-12 that are going. Well, what was the Pac-12? I'm thinking this kid could play at Washington, UCLA, USC. I mean, when I was watching you play, I was just like going, God, how do you miss somebody that bad? But that happens
it happens a lot.
It happens a lot. When I watch you play, though, you're so instinctual the way you move and stuff, and I love the way you play slot corner. And what does it take to be a really good slot corner? Because you got to carry the whole field. And what does it take to be that type?
You got to have that mindset that you're one of the guys that controlling the defense. You got to set the defense up. You got to be in the run game, be in the pass game, and then be vocal and be a playmaker inside. So, like Jordan Lewis now, he's one of our jump starters. And get one of the guys that energizes.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I love watching you play inside. I know you play great outside.
No, you're a damn dog.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting there, we all love J. Lou. We all, I'm like going, but at number 26, you walk him inside, that guy ain't catching the ball on him.
Yeah, are you more comfortable there, would you say, than the boundary?
No, I would say that I'm more comfortable outside.
Okay.
My rookie was the first year ever playing slot. I never played slot before.
Dude,
What?
well,
Nick, no, wait, stop. No,
that's
I'm getting
stunning.
we're getting capped right now. You've never played slot before?
No, I was always outside.
You think DaRon Bland is
I'm done. I'm done
you
with
think
that.
DaRon
No,
Bland
I'm
is ball
done.
sack house right now?
I'm done with this interview because my man, it's like he's a veteran out there playing. That's the first time you've ever at Fresno. None of those places you ever played.
No.
Man,
My man's telling me a fib.
No, he is not. He is not a liar.
He's telling me.
I got in my rookie year to just like Jordan Lewis. Like, when he got hurt, he was like always in my ear, just teaching me about the role and everything. So
Get out of here!
Well, it seems like
I can't believe this.
Is that the toughest role you think among the defensive backs?
Yes.
Is that slot corner? Because they're
Yes.
More open space.
they're moving the number one wide receiver in there as well. So you're getting the toughest assignment.
Yeah, and there's a lot more space too. So and you got to think about the run game at the same time.
Right.
So it's hard.
And they're running you through trash and all that, and you're just finding your way through. I learned something today. I'll let you guys handle the interview. I learned something today.
Football IQ right there for you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Interception aficionado DaRon Bland with us here in the GBag Nation. These new age offenses and all this motion that's going on, how just annoying is it? How much more difficult is it to defend?
It's hard to tap in what the guys are doing. You know, they can do anything out those motions now. So a lot of guys are moving. You got everybody moving now. And they got speed guys too. So you got to worry about them running down the field or just cutting it under. So it's hard.
Has Zimmer ripped your ass or anybody else's ass to this point? Have you seen him just really get after it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
His background's DB, so I wonder if he's like paying you guys a little more extra attention.
No, he walks around everybody. Every group.
Okay.
What changes for you under Zimmer? What changes for you?
Nothing much. You know, I try to keep it the same.
What are you looking to add to your skill set or your game this offseason going into year 3?
I would just say more consistency. You know, that's one of the biggest things what all the greats do. You know, has to be consistent throughout day in, day out, all through the season.
Who's your favorite corner of all time, speaking of those greats?
That's tough. But I'm going to have to go Dion, you know. He's
there you
go. Top of the corners, you know. Everybody wanted to be Dion.
Well, that's what that's Zimmer's guy.
Yeah.
When Mike was starting out as a coach, because I worked with Mike in the early 2000s scouting here, Mike will yell, but he probably won't yell at you because he knows not to yell at really good players. Like, he'll yell at, like, bums like me, like, hey, why don't you bring me some Blands that can play? And I'm like, Mike, I'm doing my best, man. I'm out here scouring the country to try and find a guy. But, yeah, the thing with Zim, I'm always interested about this, of how people are impressed with him or his impression of him, because he is kind of a loud vocal guy, and Dion was his guy. I mean, but Mike knows really good players. Hey, Mike will help you. Next thing, you'll be in the top 100 in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Voting on you in Pro Bowls and all that stuff, because you listen to Mike will get you there, because you're a very talented player. Very talented player.
Did you know Zimmer's a bit of a Riz god himself? Did you know that?
You're not familiar with his game? No. Might want to go and ask him.
Maxim Hot 100. Just ask him about the Maxim Hot 100 and see if you can get his thoughts on it. Okay?
DC's pulling some models, bro.
I'm not joking with you on that one.
No, we're not ball sack.
I need to get an update on whether or not they're still dating, because I know in 2022 Zimmer was like, I'm in retirement now. I got some time on my hands. Let's go ahead and get this.
I can't tell. He always says that he doesn't like to talk too much.
Ask him how he feels about the Australian accent.
Aussie. What do you? Are you watching any other corners that you
always
like right now?
I mean, always like to watch the other corners around the league, just see what they got and what I got in my game.
Who are some of the guys in your queue?
I would say from last year, I like Witherspoon. Who else? There's a lot of guys. Can't even think right now.
They're asking right now? They're at training camps, other training camps, and people are going, "Who do you watch?" And they're saying, "DaRon Bland." I'm watching this, but trust me, there's people watching you the way you play in this game for sure.
In my year, I watch Sauce, McDuffie.
Yeah, there you go.
McDuffie, that's another good one on the inside. That dude's a
Washington kid.
Yeah, he's a dog.
How do you know when it's time to break on the ball so much better than everybody else?
I mean, it's just instincts, you know. But also, it's my days in playing receiver. So understanding some time and stuff.
So it's as simple as reading routes?
It's not that simple.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, I just read the routes. I mean, I talk to guys all the time. I just read the route. I'm like, read the route, man. Here you are. Guy intercepts every other pass.
Everything got to line up.
Yeah.
How much does film come into it?
Oh, as much. Like, it's probably 100%.
Yeah.
But you and Diggs both have that receiver background, and both of you are leading the NFL in interceptions. Yeah. We were robbed of having you both last year. How's Trey doing, and how excited are you guys to get out there together?
He's doing good. I can't wait till you see him back on the field. my rookie year, I only got probably like one game with me and him back on the outside together. So it'd be great to have him back out there.
Have they brought anybody else? Who else out there is you're gonna hip us to and put on notice that has the ball skills? Anybody out here?
I say everybody in the room has ball skills. You know, Al Harris, he teaches everybody to go get the ball. So I say Nashawn Wright.
Carson, I love me some
What
Carson.
do you think about
we were talking the draft, and I'm like going, this little kid from Wake Forest can play a little bit, a little bit. Yeah.
You'll see on preseason.
Oh yeah, no, I know. That part you're not lying to me on right there.
What about the young wide receivers? Tolbert or Brooks? Anybody impressing you out here?
Definitely Brooks and Tolbert. No, he had a good catch on me yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them on the field and get what the chance they get. And one of my teammates, college Cropper.
Yeah.
Dude, Cropper's good. He is quick. And smooth in and out of his breaks, man. Shifty little guy.
Yeah.
Really good player.
Number 26, DaRon Bland, going into his third year. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Fan, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.